No way to keep calm. It's trouble world have a serene mind. Lady asked me to do a video because she hadn't heard me in a couple of days. Because sometimes I have to detach from the virtual world. Everybody's living in the voyeur world. Everybody look, nowadays you can jump out the building. People will watch you jump. So yeah, so I've been praying and meditating, and like I said, detached. Whether we're like a loose garment. The peace that comes from God. Now, it's not going to come from the world news. It ain't going to come from Democrats, Republicans, because the same old soup just warmed up. World full of trickery. We're like, like on stage. Everybody's on stage. So Paul for the penitentiary. If you don't think for yourself, somebody will think for you. So the mind of a perfect man is like a mirror. It grabs nothing, inspects nothing, reflects, but not holds. So I don't put the news in my mind. What people do around me is not my business. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the type of person that I've had women tell me, when they got mad at me, that I'm gonna have sex with the first man I see, I didn't react toward that because basically, the lifestyle, a real pimp is in love with himself. I mean, you gotta have self-esteem. When you go, it's one man to a coffin, so you gotta be your best friend. It's cool to be a square today, like I say. Now I heard. Now I didn't see. Now I heard on the news they had a police department in Tennessee, and they fired some police officers because they had the orgies with the women. Right? See, I've been around swingers and I ain't swinging. You know what I'm saying? I've been around. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? So you could be. It's yin and yang, negative and positive. So it's good and bad wherever you go. Good and evil. Satan is the father of lies. People lie to your eyes to control your mind. So don't believe everything I believe in Santa Claus. I found there's no Santa Claus. I believe in God. Those who trust in the Lord are steady as Mount Zion, unmoved by any circumstance. I'm downtown today. I saw the first transgender bathroom. I was downtown today. And downtown is still it's half empty, because people are living in this world of isolation. Everybody's they want to sit back and get paid from the couch. My friend Umar Johnson, he made me. I saw his video and I found out they got people come from a different country and they get SSI now. You ain't gotta. They say you ain't. Umar Johnson say he broke it down that you ain't gotta live in the United States and you can get SSI, you can get food and shelter. And the CTA chain is still a traveling, moving shelter. People are still homeless. We got blacks still homeless in Chicago, but we worry about other people. That's how cold the game is. So don't sleepwalk through life. Don't be, that's the purpose of legalized marijuana, keep you in the spell. The compulsion means you're going to do something against your will. Everybody's nowadays, girls are popping their finger on Instagram, smoking that weed. And they didn't legalize it. They didn't legalize marijuana for your reason. It's to make money. See, greed, the greatest wealth is living content with little, Not he has little, but he who works for more is poor. If your happiness depends on money, you will never be happy with yourself. You can't worship God and money both. You can't serve two masters. I used to dream about money and wake up broke. But today, it's not what you possess. Now, I thought it was, I had a color Supreme. I was in love with this car, because you can be in love with more than 5 things, unless you say you can be in love with a car. I had a color Supreme. You hear what I said, Denise? Had gangster white with tires on it. I washed it every day. I used to stare at it. I said, that's my car. I looked at it like a woman, Then the car started breaking down on me. Also, I'm going to tell you about my cat named Frisky. I ain't got to talk about this cat named Frisky. Frisky reminded me about me. Always in the window. I said, come on out that window, Frisky. Every time I looked around, that cat was in the window. Kept jumping in the window. Open the door, the cat running to the door, wouldn't be outside. So one day that cat was gone. That cat was gone for 3 months. But that cat came back home. When that cat came back home, I told my mother, Carol, Frisky came back in the house. When that cat came back in the house, opened that door, it didn't run in the door. It didn't look at the window no more because that cat went through some drama out there in that streets. You know what I'm saying? That's how I was. That's how I was in recovery. I done met a lot of dogs out there on the streets, right? See, I met a lot of dogs in the street. So it's cool to be in recovery, you know what I'm saying? Because I met people that, they was your friend when you had a bankroll, but you ran out of money. They said, you got to go. So, you got to watch the company you keep. See, the company you keep will determine the trouble you meet. A lot of people went to the grave because the people they hung around with. So you got to keep your circle small, Trust it. Dollar Bill said, trust in God. See, I can't trust in the man. men, wicked, the man that lied to you to tell you something. They put they put spells out in the world. A spree is a spell. When they say she went on a gambling spree, that's a spell. And I found out happiness stands beside the ugly. That's a Japanese proverb. Because see, a woman that is not into her looks, because see, men are voyeur. See, the industry that capitalize on, in the camera. Because see, at 16 years old, I had a camera. I had a camera around my neck. When I went to high school, I had a camera. And women like being, taking pictures of them, right? So I had a camera, and I was in high school, 16. I told my friend, look at this, I got 100 girls now. Because see, I take a picture in the 70s. You hear me? I take a picture. In the 70s, it took you 2 weeks to get the picture developed. So what happened was, the woman give you a phone number, and they say, Michael, and say, call me when you get my picture taken. But you know one thing? I didn't have no film in the camera. See, so that's what I'm talking about. See, the camera. Now everybody's in front of the camera. They think they're a star. So the camera is, see, men are voyeur. They like looking at women, right? Some women like being looked at. But like that proverb said, it talks about happiness stands behind the ugly. When you're not into your inner look, you're not, looking in the mirror. Because I had a woman that I was trying to go with, and she kept staring in the mirror. I couldn't even talk to her because she was in love with her own reflection, right? Then I had a girlfriend, because I used to have girlfriends back in the day. I was young, called myself a playboy. But I was in love with roller skating. She said, don't go skating. I was skating at Markham Midnight Ramble. And I was more into skating than I was into, So you got to find out what you like, because, see, like I said, I used to like a lot of stuff, but some things I found out when you get to know things, it's not good for you. I used to like jumping on jets, wearing Italian-made suits. And so my mind has to be sharper than my clothes. I had $100 shoes on, but I was a fool. I walked to my grandma's house wearing these Italian-made suits, and she said, Michael, a bird can fly so high, but he must come down and get his food. But I'm talking about, what you talking about, a bird can fly so high? I got 2 cars, 3 girlfriends, the cream always rises to the top. I was a Korean karate, slim and trim. I'm trying to step like Fred Astaire, so, girls are calling me cute. And back in the day, when you had a car and a job, you was a superstar. And I had like I said, I had a car, it was Gangster Advertising, at Color Supreme. The girls thought it was my father's car. I said, this is my car. Because, see, I started working, getting up 4 o'clock in the morning when I was 10 years old, holding a gun, we was on the Sun Times. Sun Times was like this Zoom thing and this what you call Instagram or Facebook. Everybody want that paper. See, people love drama. That's why the TV show, The Drama, remember Dallas was the #1 TV show. See, my life today is not like, my life ain't the dating game, Star Shirts, Disneyland, or drama class. Because I've been around a lot of circles. Like I said, I've been around the swingers. My girl was Janet Jack Me, before she became Janet Jack Me. I was in my Color Supreme with that Gangster Advertiser. So that car was like my horse, like the Lone Ranger. I had, I rode around my car, Playboy sticker, leaning to the side. Policeman made me buy them breakfast because I was looking too good. A young man like me, when I went downtown with my credit card, because I had a TW credit card, had a Visa at 20 years old. A black man ain't supposed to have no credit card, so I had to show 3 IDs. I had to show 3 IDs because they thought it was stolen. No, it's not stolen. I was a hustler. I was getting money at an early age, going down to a place called Maxwell Street. We call it, I got to watch the word because my grandson, he watches me too. I got a grandson. See, the world's so fast now. I was playing with toys. Now your grandson want to be, them kids nowadays, they don't play with toys. They use these technology. So, yeah, I would go down and buy my clothes and go in the store and show the guy I had $20 bill. I said, how much some shoes? He said $45. So down in Maxwell Street in the 60s, you show a $20 bill, you start walking in the store, the man would stop you, you got those shoes for $20. So I learned early how to manipulate, Jewtown. See, she said, I didn't say the word now, so y'all just say me. Lady in the audience said that. Send around how many women? I got 5 women here. Just me and 5 women. See, I'm talking to women, and they wanted me to, I'm talking for these women. See, And most of the guys, they're not here. Because see, there's more women in this world because with $1 trillion penitentiary, because if you don't know how to control your emotions, the penitentiary is $1 trillion business. They make a lot of money off the penitentiary. So so I'm around here around 5 women and trying to, because I can help the women around me today. I can give them some meditations. They can give me a word, and I can go on a meditation right there. So he's trying to help the people around you today, not just in Chicago, but wherever I'm at in the world. I try to talk about prayer, meditation, be calm, be true, be quiet, do not get emotionally upset by anything that happens around you. See, the wind cannot shake the mountains. Do not get so by anything happening. Feel the goodness and purpose of the universe. Be true to ideals. Do not let yourself slip back into old ways of reacting. So I ain't got to react to it. Weather world like a loose garment. So my sky, Chicago, cool to be a square, slow as best lane. I sleep well tonight because I got a God that commands the sun. I had to find a God. I didn't have to get money, cars, clothes, and things, but I had to find a God in my life, and he keeps me energized, keeps me inspired, because see, the news can't inspire me. So it vexed my spirit. My Scott, one guy just came in today, one guy's walking in the room now. My Scott, Chicago, cool to be a square.